Good evening. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez. We are tracking the tropics. We are looking at an area of disorganized weather that's just to the south of the U.S.-Mexico border. But it's one thing to note here is that this system is very disorganized. It's really nothing currently right now because it's coming into contact with some Saharan dust that is currently making its way into from the Caribbean into the Gulf, and that's really going to bring another round of hazy conditions for the next few days. But of course, no activity expected at least for the next 7 days. The Atlantic Basin is pretty quiet out there. You have a little fizzle of a disturbance making its way across the east coast U.S. You see how when we usually see like a little speck of something that wants to form, and then once it heads over open water, it just fizzles out. It's because of all the dust, the Saharan dust that's currently out in the picture. However, the system is still bringing some abundant tropical moisture, especially as we head into the next few days. But this just kind of just giving you a sense of what we're looking at in terms of this plume. We have another little concentrated plume of dust making its way across the Caribbean. And of course, those tropical systems really don't like that going in the next few days. And it's really going to do a great job at tearing these tropical systems apart. Anything that does want to form out in the Gulf or the Caribbean. So more hazy skies are on the way as we head into July 14th and July 16th. We will start seeing this high pressure system move on in by the end of next week, and that is going to really bring us the return of hot and humid conditions as well as some hazy skies here across the Houston area. So tropics are looking pretty quiet out there, but it's one thing to note as I show you our radar and what we're looking at in terms of our satellite imagery. If you are taking a look on satellite imagery, you're able to see a little bit of a disorganized weather currently happening around the U.S.-Mexico border, and that really is just not becoming much. You have some showers that were just offshore off the coast of Corpus Christi, and those are fizzling out quite well. You have a little bit of a low pressure system right here that is off into the inland Mexico, but of course we are expecting that to really remain disorganized and not really be much, because if that center of that low moves over open water, we still have that Saharan dust currently there, and it's really not going to amount to much. However, we're watching this system pretty closely because that is still going to send abundant tropical moisture our way as we go into the next few days for our weekend. So this is going to really determine what's happening this weekend, as you're going to start seeing this surge of moisture moving in across the coastal areas, and that's going to up our rain chances for this weekend, especially as we head into Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. More so Sunday and Monday, we will see the return of those rain chances, and rain could be a bit widespread here across the area as we head into the start of next week. So also we're looking at an approaching cold front from the north that's going to really bring us that rainy weather for the first part of our week. So as this cold front stalls over Texas, that's really just gives a heavy rain setup for Monday and into Tuesday. And so that really is going to up the rain chances and ultimately bring us back to a flooding concern situation, especially as we head into the start of next week. So the Storm Prediction Center is including a large portion of southeast Texas under a slight risk for flooding. This is the excessive rain outlook that does include portions of Harris County, Liberty, Anahuac, even Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Lake Charles. And the rest of our areas are going to be under a marginal risk for flooding. That is a 1 out of 4. That slight risk is a 2 out of 4. So there's a more of an elevated flooding risk for our eastern areas. So if you're in Baytown, Channelview, the North Shore High School area, maybe Pasadena, Deer Park, you might want to be paying attention to this pretty closely, because this outlook does include eastern Harris County, especially as we head into the start of next week. And so hopefully this will bring us some cooler temperatures, but I think for the most part the tropics are going to be pretty quiet out there for the next 7 days. You're able to see a lot of cloud cover that's currently moving over portions. You see that cloud cover over the southern portions of the state. That really is just fizzling out. Usually what happens is that when we head into the nighttime hours, it loses steam temporarily, and so you're able to see those clouds start fizzling out. But then once we head into the warmer parts of tomorrow, we will start seeing a bit of more of an uptick of activity, especially just off the coast of the U.S.-Mexico border. But the thing to note here is that this system is not expected to be anything because of the dust that currently is moving into the area. It's just going to keep those disturbances at bay if they are over an open water. So you have a plume of dust moving into the Gulf, and that's going to really bring back the hazy skies and just really keep things mostly quiet out there, especially for the next few days. So tropics are looking pretty quiet. We are looking at our hurricane names. We have Arthur that was already scratched off the list as a very weak tropical storm. We still have Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, and Gonzalo. We end it with Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. Hopefully we don't get through most of these names and we have a quiet tropical or quiet hurricane season, especially as we head into the next couple of months. But just always keep in mind that even though we're in July, the peak of hurricane season is in September. September 10th is that peak date, especially for the first part of September. We've seen a lot of historic storms in the month of September, and so we are still not out of the woods yet in terms of hurricane season. We still have the rest of this month. We have August, September to go, and then of course the last day of hurricane season happening at the end of November, November 30th, across for the Atlantic basin. Of course, the Pacific basin on the Pacific Ocean side, they have a little bit of a different dates, but for us in the Atlantic, which usually the storms that affect us, we have our dates end at November 30th. So of course we are expecting mostly quiet conditions, just abundant tropical moisture that will up those rain chances by the latter part of this weekend. So I think Sunday and Monday are the days you're going to have to watch pretty closely in terms if you have outdoor plans. I think Saturday we still will have those afternoon downpours, but for the most part, I think Monday we will start seeing more of an increasing rain chance, and we will also look at the possible flooding threat here across the area. But no activity expected for the next 7 days. We're pretty quiet. And just to kind of note here, any system, any disturbance that makes it across off the East Coast, you're seeing it fizzle out there, and that's because of the dust that's currently in place across a large portion of the Atlantic basin. So just off the coast of the Carolinas, and we have Saharan dust just really dominating a large portion of the Atlantic basin, and eventually it's going to start moving more into the Gulf in the coming days. But we do have rain chances once again returning for the first part of next week, Monday, the day that we're going to have to keep an eye on. And of course, that's our updates on the tropics and how tropics are indirectly affecting our forecast here in the next few days, but it will bring some increasing rain chances. But make sure to stay up to date with the latest forecasts on KHOU.com and on the KHOU 11 app. Again, I'm meteorologist Chris Ramirez with your tropics update. Have a good and safe rest of your day.